So the Doomsday trailer is out now, and I saw it, I watched it, and I really didn't feel anything, you know. And I was never really a big fan of the MCU when it came out. I mean, I watched like a few of the movies, but I was never like invested enough to like actually watch all of them. So it just never really was like a big important thing to me as a kid. And I did end up watching them all of the MCU movies a few years ago, but this is the first time that I've really ever like paid attention to those movies. And it's not just like casually watching it because my parents dragged me out to the movie theater because my siblings wanted to watch it. Just getting roped into it. But this is the first time I actually like actively been interested in seeing like a Marvel movie other than Brand New Day. Actually, I shouldn't say that I'm interested in Doomsday because I'm not even that interested in it to begin with. I was just more interested in the hype around it, and I was kind of hoping that maybe I would be interested. I would feel something about it, and I just didn't. I didn't like the movie, and I didn't dislike the movie. I was just like, okay. Spider-Man Brand New Day, that was a movie that I'm interested in. That's a movie that I'm interested in seeing because I feel something about it. I don't feel anything for Doomsday. Especially when watching the trailer. I noticed that everything in the trailer was CGI. There were no practical effects that could see whether or not it was the set or the character itself. There was CGI in some capacity being used, at least in the trailer, and I think that's what turned me off to it the most. Was that it quite literally just doesn't look real. I don't mean real as in I'm expecting realism, but real as in there's nothing that really like grounds me to it. Like even if they just like put in a fucking tree that was just like a real tree, I feel like that would have improved my mood towards it that much more. So I think was like the big reason as to why I'm just not interested in it at all. Is the fact that it's all been CGI'd in, and that bothers me. And I guess also because there's no hype around it really. Well, not hype, but like there's no build up. Yeah, there's no build up towards the movie at all. Even though we've had like 6 years. Yeah, 6 years of movies of time. 6 years of time has passed, and nothing has been built up in anticipation for it. And I watched No Way Home. I didn't watch No Way Home when it came out, but I watched it when it came out on Disney Plus. But I watched it. I watched Thunderbolts. I watched Fantastic Four. I watched Wakanda Forever, and they all felt like their own movie. They didn't really feel like they were connected. It kind of felt like Marvel was just on downtime, and now this thing has come up where the Avengers have to come back again, and I don't care. I mean, I didn't care before. That was mostly just because I was like an edgy kid. I just wanted to feel different from the rest of the crowd. But now, like, I really don't care, as in, like, nothing about this seems like interesting to me. Nothing about this seems like, I gotta drop everything and see this thing. It's just here, and it's fine. But, whatever. Like, there are other things I could see that are more interesting to me. Like, I'm just done. I really think the MCU should just ended at Endgame. I mean, really, it should have just ended at Endgame. Like, yeah, tie up any of the loose ends that you got to tie up, because those are important too. But who fucking cares now? Like, it's over. It was over. It was over for all these years, and yet they kept trying to revive it. And just no. Why are you trying to keep this thing up? Like, it was fun while it lasted, but it's over now. It's time to move on. And I feel like that's what Doomsday represents to me. It's just like the desperate attempt to keep up something that has long gone. It's like a relationship that you know should have ended ages ago, but you're still trying to keep it up because you're afraid of what's going to happen once it's over. That's what Doomsday feels like to me. You know, the prolonged relationship that should have just ended years after you both knew it was over with. That's what represents to me, and I'm just not into it. So yeah. I mean, I know people have bought tickets for it already. It seems like, to me at least, it seems like Doomsday's gonna be successful, which means they're just gonna keep doing this shit, which I don't like at all. But you know, that's just how people are, I guess. I mean, if you're interested in Doomsday, that's fine, but I just don't see why anybody would be interested, seeing as there's been no build up, no reason for this thing to continue. None of it. But yeah, it's basically all I'm gonna say there. And I'll just leave it at that. So, see ya.